How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to Real Night. Today we are finishing off Dexter, the original 8 seasons, with season number 8, episode number 12. It's been a journey thus far. Thank you for all of you that have been there since the beginning. It's what I started the channel off with, and we are wrapping it up. This is the last episode of the original Dexter series. Things really flew off the rails in the last half of the season. Not even really in the good way. It's just like stuff is so jumbled, and the characters, I feel like I have a good understanding of the characters. I've really paid attention to them, seen their progress, seen the different ways in which they behave, and I've been able to somewhat predict their behavior relatively accurately, I would say, throughout the show. Everyone is just behaving in a way that just seems a little bit off to me, and seems like they had an end in mind and they wanted to just get to that end rather than the journey being the focus, if that makes sense. This is like an end-driven narrative. I don't know. I don't really like it. We'll see how they finish things off. Dev's been shot. She had backup on the way, so I assume she'll probably get some medical attention. Dexter was on his way to get a flight. The marshal has been killed. Daniel is on the run. Crazy, right? There's a lot going on. Yeah, let's roll it. Remember the monsters. Gonna get a call about Dev. And Ella was like right on Hannah at the end of the last episode, so.
Hannah?
Hey, where are you?
Well, I'm at the gate. Where are you?
I'm in the ladies' room. Tex Elway is in the boarding area.
He didn't see me. Did he see you?
No, I don't think so.
I mean, he might have seen her. He was like right behind her.
Stay where you are. I'll call you right back.
Okay.
Hey.
I don't think anything is gonna be happy in the end here.
Why don't you grab something for the flight? Nothing too big.
Okay.
Storm is coming fast.
Is he gonna do like MacGyver or something? What is he planning on doing? Powder bomb, smoke bomb.
I just saw a guy drop that bag under that chair and then just walk away. He's right over there on the phone.
Thanks. Security, this is Casey at 211. There's
I mean, quick thinking, I guess, but.
Sir, what is okay? Airport security?
You gotta be fucking kidding me.
Oh, problem solved, I guess. Deb is still in dire straits, though. I need to see an update on that.
Unfortunately, no, we're not flying either.
I'll arrive with you to the hospital.
No problem, sir.
Once do not argue with me. I'm in the ambulance. That's it.
You're such a freaking asshole.
Deb's selflessness is crazy for Dexter. It's the reason she's in this mess.
been done shit I'm not proud of. Stuff I can't take back.
You haven't done shit I'm not proud of. Now that you're back on the force, you're gonna have a million chances to do good.
It's good that she's gotten into the hospital and safe to a certain extent. She doesn't look too great, though.
It's Matthews. Hello? Well, thank you for telling me. I'll be right there.
Plan has backfired. It's not the time to grow a conscience.
You need to go to her.
You should leave from another city, see what you can find online.
What about you?
I'll join you when I can. Don't worry. We'll make this work.
Oh, Miami Ice. Ice Truck Killer. Is this? Oh, Deb did get him. Okay. It didn't look like she had shot him. It just looked like he had like ducked out of the way and she shot through the window or something. Good on her, though. Deb has some wild shots.
I put the word out to all of my contacts, and I'll tell you this, with what I pay these people, if she walks through a hotel lobby, a car rental agency, a bus, a train station, I'm gonna hear about that shit.
She's about to walk into a hotel.
Why are you in Argentina?
What kind of question is that, Deb? Look where we are. We'll blame it on the post-surgery fog.
How come we never went hiking when we were kids?
I don't know, because it's hard to find a mountain in Florida.
Yeah, definitely post-surgery fog.
I should never have left Saxon alive.
It's not your fault.
It is, yeah.
Clayton fucked everything up.
No, it's more than that.
It's mostly on Dexter for all this.
I've screwed up your life, Dad.
I'm responsible for my life, do you hear me? You were meant to be happy, so you need to go fucking be happy.
Meant to be happy. That's wild.
Hello there. Dr. Cooper.
Dexter, I'm Deborah's brother.
Oh, The Office. Yet another character. Donna.
The other man. Who's the guy? Who is it?
It's you. I'm married.
I'm the mistress.
I kind of want to turn this into like a sitcom. Same universe as The Office.
Hannah didn't make the flight. Elway was there.
It's my fault, Dex. I put him on her. Sorry.
No, don't start blaming yourself.
Coming from Mr. I screwed up your life, Dad.
And he has more of a claim to that assertion than the other way around. He's definitely corrupted her. I'm glad she took responsibility for her own actions, but yeah.
I'll see you soon. Holy fucking shit.
A flashback. Haircut.
Did you even read a land on a name yet?
Harrison.
Dad would love that. Harrison.
Which one is yours?
That's your son.
Didn't mark him with a Sharpie.
Do you have the Sharpie?
Keep simulating.
Do you have the Sharpie?
Yes, I do.
Okay, when the baby emerges, mark it secretly in a kind of a mark that only you could recognize and no baby snatcher could ever copy. Okay.
How does it feel to be a father?
I have no idea.
Everything's gonna be different now.
I know. Saxon is still out there. You think you could put a couple of unis on her room?
I'm already on it. Hey!
Just stay away from me.
Storm's coming, buddy.
Sustained winds topping 100 miles per hour. If it keeps on this current course...
Veterinary hospital, get some meds.
It's okay.
Ah, poor guy.
Stitch me up.
Okay.
The bus.
Yeah, the highways are parking lots, but the buses have their own.
Well, she walked into a hotel. Did Elway get a call?
You're still worried about Deb, aren't you? Hey, we can stick around.
It's not safe with the Elway on the hunt. You need to get out of here.
Well, I could leave now and you can meet me there. I could even take Harrison with me. Or I could, go alone.
No, I have no problem with you taking Harrison. I'd be happy to know that he's with you.
I mean, you'd be putting Harrison in danger in that case.
It's her.
I'm here at Miami Central Hospital, where a detective with Miami Metro Homicide is recovering from surgery after having been shot.
Well, got his next target, huh?
Get your car keys. Do what I said. And you won't get hurt.
Yeah, I'm just surprised. No sunglasses, nothing. She's never really trying to hide her identity. She's just like...
Take Harrison. I'll meet you down there.
You sure?
Yeah, we'll be safer with you. Take this. It's just water, snacks, a few essentials.
You're not coming with us?
No, of course I am.
This feels like a goodbye. You know? Feels like we're not gonna be meeting anyone anywhere.
I'm gonna miss you. You know what, Daddy?
What?
I love you.
Maybe she'll make it. I don't know. I just don't want to get caught up and then like Harrison get caught up in stuff too. I mean, like they're not gonna harm Harrison. With Hannah, it ties Dexter into everything, you know? Unless she spins it to like a kidnapping, but I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen. I'm not trying to predict anything, honestly.
I won't say a word to anyone.
I know.
Cause a distraction. How's he gonna handle the unis?
His tongue, it's been cut out. Let's get him to the OR.
Wow. Legitimately was like, yeah, you're not gonna say anything.
All eyes on the victim. The perfect distraction. Saxon.
He has a gun.
Drop it. Drop it.
Batista, man, saves the day. Wow. That's crazy, though. It's crazy that Saxon didn't just, like, straight up fire on him. I was wondering why there weren't unis out there. Moved her. It's a good move.
There was a problem and they rushed to the ICU.
What?
What happened?
They're working on her now. She stopped breathing.
What?
Mr. Morgan, I'm afraid I don't have good news.
She in a coma? Surgical complications.
What kind of complications?
We think a clot formed during surgery that triggered a major stroke. Deborah's brain was deprived of oxygen for a period of
What do
time.
you mean?
Is she going to recover?
What?
It's possible that she could breathe on her own, but she won't be able to eat without a feeding tube. And according to the brain scan,
So she's like brain dead.
it would be a miracle.
Hello, Harrison. Ow.
Wow.
Talk to him.
Yeah, I know I should say something right now, but it's just like,
See, he knows you.
it's ridiculous, man. Dexter.
Don't you remember the monsters?
No.
Every time Mom would turn off the lights, they'd be running all over the walls. And I couldn't fucking go to sleep because I thought they were gonna eat me or something.
I don't remember.
They were the shadows.
Wow, I can't believe like Deb went out like this.
You've always taken care of me. I know you're gonna be a great father because you've always been a great big brother.
You really believe that?
With all my heart.
You were so wrong, Deb.
Yeah, I gotta pause for a second, just like, I guess a final episode of this type of season would be like this, you know? It just seems so pointless. Like, why? Are they really trying to, like, turn us against Dexter? Is that what this season has been about? Just, like, making us dislike Dexter? Like, I guess, you know, thinking about it from that perspective, the writers spent, 8 seasons now getting us to root for a serial killer, right? And now we're kind of turning that on its head. And what happens when that serial killer that we've been rooting for gains humanity, has changed so much that he's no longer who we knew. And he's like a flawed human, right? I think that's what they're exploring here. Yeah, I really don't like it, but from my understanding, from how I'm comprehending this, and of course we aren't at the end yet, I don't know how they're going to finish this, but like this is the end of Deb, which is crazy that they would just abruptly, I mean, yeah, like from the start of, I guess, like last episode and this episode, every interaction has seemed like a goodbye. You know, every interaction has seemed final to a certain extent. You know, we've said goodbye multiple times. One, we said goodbye when she helped him catch Daniel. We said goodbye when he called her to the sanitarium or whatever. We said goodbye again in the hospital room. And we said goodbye again in the flashback to a certain extent. So, like, yeah, every interaction has just felt like a goodbye. And I guess they're just trying to prepare us for this mentally. And I guess they succeeded in a way because, like, it didn't, like, I don't know, it didn't, like, hit me. Like, I don't feel like I'm about to cry. I just feel like it was unnecessary. But that circles back to, like, yeah, I guess they're trying to make us go from liking Dexter, liking the premise of the show, which is weird to like in general, but it's just like rooting for this character that's not necessarily a good person. But going from that to disliking that character, kind of breaking us off. So it might be intentional that, I mean, the writing, of course, is intentional. They had to write this, shoot it. A whole production had to happen for this to happen, so this is purposeful, the way that it ended up. But let's get back to it. R.I.P. Deb, I guess, you know. Wow.
I like penguins.
How did you find me?
One of my contacts finally came through. Look, let's be civil about this. We're gonna sit here quietly until we get to Daytona. Then we're gonna very calmly get off the bus. I'm gonna drive us to the Marshal's field office. I'm gonna turn you in and I'm gonna hand Harrison over to Child Protective Services.
Yep. I was talking about. Harrison gets mixed up in it.
Dex, we're gonna nail this asshole to the wall. Who's Deb?
Fuck you! You fucking shut up!
You are a fucking piece of shit.
I could leave now for Argentina and let the state of Florida kill him.
Can be down there alone. No, I'm not a fan of has any plans up her sleeve. Is that a thermos right there?
Hey.
I'm just getting some tea. I'm sorry, do you want some?
Stupid do you think I am?
Oh, is that M99?
It happened. The horse tranquilizer I just gave you was gonna kick in about 8 seconds. Come on, sweetie.
Dexter's survival kit came in handy. At least that's one complication potentially solved, but still not in Argentina yet.
Oliver Saxon?
Sign in, please.
Yeah, kill him in there.
I wish I could blame you for everything. For what you did to my sister.
That's probably why they didn't humanize him very much.
But I know it's all my fault.
They just wanted everything to be on Dexter, you know. They didn't want us to get to know Daniel. Because they wanted him to just be this force, you know. A consequence of Dexter's actions, in a way.
Is that why you're here? Tell me all this.
No, I'm here to kill you with that pen.
Gonna John Wick him, huh?
Fucking pencil!
Wanted him to attack him first, huh? Defense. Self-defense. At least that's what he can argue now. Yeah.
He tried to kill me.
Yeah, they'll look the other way.
Help me out here. What were you doing with Saxon?
I went in to do a GSR test. I'm officially here till the end of the week. I wanted to make sure everything was handled perfectly, by the book, no mistakes.
By the code. But, you know, first rule, don't get caught. I already broke that, so.
Okay. I get that.
I'm glad he's dead. I wish I could have done it myself.
I mean,
I'm playing for her.
You can tell it still eats up Batista, you know?
As much as I may have pretended otherwise, for so long all I wanted was to be like other people, to feel what they felt. But now that I do, I just want it to stop.
It's that transformation I was just talking about earlier. Oh, we're not on the water with a hurricane coming.
Attention all staff and hospital personnel. The National Hurricane Center estimates...
Sir.
Look at those palms.
You have to consolidate space and tower.
This was all done in post, I'm pretty sure. And with some practical lighting. Not that it really makes a difference, but just stuff that I notice.
I would change everything if I could. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But I can't leave you like this.
Is he gonna take her?
I'm your big brother.
Pulling the plug himself? I mean... He would be legitimately killing her, even if there is barely anything left. What is he doing? Yeah, he took all possibility away.
I love you, Deb.
Hi. It seems very selfish, you know, what he did there. Oh yeah, his boat's here. I was about to say, like, what if he just drops her over the edge? But yeah, just like he doesn't want to feel bad anymore, so he killed Deb. I guess maybe his assumption is that Deb wouldn't want to be alive like that, you know? I would want him to pull the plug and...
Just shoot me if I ever get like that.
Really?
Hell yes. I'd do the same for you. Pull the plug, put a pillow over your head, whatever.
I mean, yeah, I guess like if she's in a vegetative state like that, there actually isn't... The fact that he was able to do this, though. Pull off a heist like this. You know, what happened to the unis that were stationed outside of her door? But I guess since Oliver was captured, they didn't feel like they needed him. Man, just heading straight into the hurricane? This is pretty dangerous, man.
I can't believe this is actually gonna happen. You know, I think once we get there, we should start making our way south. They have 3,000 miles of coastline. We can just keep going until we find the perfect spot. Or maybe some penguins. Hey, you wanna talk to Harrison?
Please.
Hi, Daddy.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Like, every interaction feels like a goodbye. Like, what is he? He's planning on just, like, letting himself go into this hurricane. Dying with Deb on the boat.
See you again. Daddy loves you.
Okay. Bye.
Is that what he's planning? Just to end it with Deb? Yeah, instead of the black bag, you know, the white sheet. Contrast. The innocent life that he's dumping over, and, you know, black bags probably symbolizing the corrupted souls versus the innocent soul. But I guess fitting end for Deb in a way, you know, he's responsible for her death.
I destroy everyone I love. I can't let that happen to Hannah, to Harrison. I have to protect them from me.
There's like tornadoes coming down. I guess,
There is no longer any threat.
Laura is currently dissipating over the Atlantic.
oh, what Elway was talking about earlier. The storm.
Storm's coming, buddy. It's gonna be real hard to find a way out.
There's something there. I can't make it out.
Stopping in 5 seconds.
Is this the boat wreckage?
Turning northwest. We've surveyed the wreckage. There doesn't appear to be any survivors.
They made it. So I guess that's why they sent her with Harrison. They were planning this. For that to be the end. Just drove into I don't think he died, because, I mean, we have new blood, so, like, what? I don't know what that means. Is that going to be something else? Is this Dex? Man, yeah, it's just hard to commentate on this. Just trying to focus on, like, what they're trying to tell me here and what the situation is. That looks like Dex with a beard. Yeah. Alright. So yeah, he survived. Lumberjack now. Crying. Well, that is that. I don't know. I mean, I guess I can start off by saying, yes, I enjoyed the show, right? Like, it was a great show to watch. There's still some more Dexter content out there, but this was the end of the original series, right? And I guess I could say that in my mind, I understand why they did what they did here, right? You know, I kept asking why for Deb, because It just felt like we didn't need that. But I guess to get Dexter into this state of being human, feeling those emotions so deeply, it was really the way of bringing things full circle, because I think that's exactly what they were trying to do with this season. I don't think they hit the nail on the head per se as far as the narrative goes, because everything was just so rushed, so jumbled. There's just so much going on. But they were really just trying to bring us around all those like little callbacks to previous seasons, characters coming back, hints here and there about stuff that happened. It was really all just to bring us around from season 1 to season 8, where we are. And, I don't really like to do those type of things where it's like, oh, I watched the first episode of this and the last episode, right? And, how did we get there? What's the middle? What's the journey, right? But thinking back, like my memory wise, like I can see where things were going, right? Like I could see a parallel in a scene like, Dexter getting that initial message from Deb in the room when he's at the apartment, right? Introducing Deb. If he were to love anybody, he would love Deb.
She's the only person in the world who loves me. I think that's nice. I don't have feelings about anything, but if I could have feelings at all, I'd have them for Deb.
Paralleled with the scene where she's not talking at all, right? She's brain dead in the hospital. No messages left, right? Dexter's the one bringing the message.
I love you, Deb.
So I can definitely see what they were trying to do with the storytelling there. I just think the execution could have been better and different, and just a lot didn't need to happen. I feel like they maybe got shoehorned in a little bit into, like, this is the end. This is where we're going to end, right? How do we get here? And I wasn't in the writer's room, so I don't know what their process was to get to where they got to. It's just what it feels like to me. And I think maybe they weren't going for this specific end, but this was like the worst end that they could go for, and that's what they went for, right? There were just so many different ways it could have ended, and that was kind of the point as well, to like keep the audience guessing, keep the audience hanging, right? Is Dexter going to take Vogel's advice and leave Daniel alone? Is he just going to go to Argentina with Hannah? Are they going to live happily ever after, right? Is Hannah going to get caught by the marshal? Is Elway going to catch Hannah? Is Daniel going to pursue Dexter? Is he going to go after Hannah and Deb? Like, what's the situation going to be, right? But they laid it out in a way that every single decision that Dexter made in the last half of the season was kind of the wrong decision, right? He was like, okay, like, what if he has this choice? Let's make him make the wrong choice. He has this choice. Let's make him make the wrong choice. Wrong choice, wrong choice, wrong choice, right? To lead us to like one of the worst ends that we could have. Like Dexter's death would not be a bad end, right? I know people for Breaking Bad, people like really hate that end or something like that. I didn't necessarily hate the end of Breaking Bad. I haven't seen it in a long time, so maybe I need to rewatch to really get a fresh perspective on it. But from what I remember of it, I didn't hate it. Spoilers again for Breaking Bad. I always say that for Breaking Bad, but yeah, of course, Heisenberg himself dies, right? In a lab, he's surrounded by the product of his work, or one product of his work, right? Choosing the lab, choosing the empire of meth over a family and the rest of it, right? The whole reason he started in the first place, which is debatable, whether he did truly start that because of family or not. But like, it's definitely more believable that he did in the beginning. But yeah, we're not talking about Breaking Bad. I might do a rewatch of that. Let me know if you guys are interested in that. But yeah, like a death of Dexter would not necessarily have been the worst end. I think what we got here was the worst end that could happen. I could think of a worse one where Harrison is in danger, but as the storytellers, I don't think that they would go that route. Another reason why I feel like they had an end in mind and they just told the story to get to that end was the situation with Hannah, right? They brought her back in, brought in this whole storyline for her, and then sent her with Harrison, which to me, thinking about it from a perspective of not knowing what's going to happen, right? to me, I'm like, okay, this puts Harrison in danger. I get he's in danger as well from Daniel. So like either way, he's in danger. And I guess Hannah would be the lesser of two dangers, right? But he still could potentially get caught up with Elway, and he was about to get caught up with Elway and, go to Child Protective Services, stuff like that, which would also get Dexter caught up, and messy situation, right? Deb's death. Pretty selfless, until the end. Really not wanting Dexter to be there and wanting him to be happy, like saying he was meant to be happy. Like that one caught me off guard. Meant to be happy. That's a statement, It just shows she was still harboring a lot of guilt herself from that. Did I hate this season? I would say it's a bit complicated, Because for me, what I always look for is consequences, in narrative anyways, consequences and progression, right? And if we're going it from that angle, right? The progression of the character, even though I definitely don't agree with the character progression this season. But I understand it. I understand what they were trying to go for, the way they were trying to flip it. And if they were to have just ended it there, I don't know if New Blood was planned. But if it wasn't planned, I can understand why they would do what they did here. I think it was really meant for people not to like it, Because you've fallen in love with these characters, and, for Dexter to have a happy ever after, a serial killer, right? It's kind of weird, Many aspects of it definitely annoyed me. But I wouldn't say that I hated it. Anyway, this has been a journey. If you've been with me since episode 1, I know 73 Aguilar, first comment on the channel. This is what I started the channel with, the show that I started the channel with. And yeah, it's been a wild year and a half, 2 years that I've been focusing on Dexter. We still got a little bit more to go. But as far as the original series goes, this is it. So yeah, I just want to say thank you to everybody that has been around for that time, stuck around, subscribed, watched the videos, liked, comments. It's been a crazy journey. I'm happy that I started it with Dexter. I was talking to those friends, like I mentioned in the first episode, that some friends had recommended this show to me, but apparently it wasn't this show. It was Chuck, which I haven't watched that either, but I think it might have a similar premise to Dexter. I don't know. But yeah, those one-word name titles really mixed me up. But yeah, it's been a ride. It's been a journey. So yeah, if you're going to be leaving after this episode drops, I appreciated having you here. Thanks for watching. If you're going to be sticking around for other stuff that I hop into, then yeah, I'll see you all on the next one.